silent and deadly.
That's it. All good. On your toes, everyone. We got hostiles in the area.
Huh? Open up!
Located a bad guy over there.
It's some kind of monster. Man, you got balls talking like that. She hears you, it's over.
Creature identified. We need to gather any intelligence we can find. There could be useful intel here.
Switching to silencer.
intel gold mine. Got a sniper ready to engage us.
Lit one of them up. VIP's trying to bolt.
Down! The sniper's about to fire! On alert. We got bad guys close by. Way to get some. Hostiles are aware of our presence.
They're still here. Move it!
Incoming sniper fire!
Fuck! It's go time!
Sniper's about to engage us.
Shit! Sniper! He's ready to fire! Orders! Hit the deck! Clear this up. Sniper about to engage! Shit! Sniper set to fire! Sniper's about to shoot at us!
Get it! Smoke them! We got a man down! Got a sniper about to fire on us! Good kill, no man. Eyes on the sniper about to shoot! I hit one! Casualty! Sniper's about to fire on us! Your herd goes weak. You need to stay low. Cover! The sniper's gonna shoot! Got a sniper about to fire. Enemies attacking with mortars. Sniper's about to engage us.
That's all you got, fellas!
Cover! The sniper's gonna shoot! Back to commander. Breacher in sight. Let's get it on. Eyes on a sniper about to shoot. He's dead.
Visual on the sniper. He's ready.
live long. There's only one that's the Herzog. Thank God. Rumor is, Ghost knew the way to go. I got respect for him.
Equip your silencer if you want to stay silent.
Keep your eyes open for any intel.
Saw a sniper.
I'm busy. Jesus.
Wouldn't want to make her angry. She tortures her.
Checking any intel.
I have the handprint and the codes from Sergeant Kent. You ready?
Oh, man.
This isn't gonna happen without you, Carl. Your friends need you.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. I'll get some transport.
Your friends and I will meet you outside the prison. And Carl,
Yeah?
you'll do fine.
Silencer's on. One shot, one kill.
Stay behind cover! Open fire!
Roger, on it.
Stay focused. Drop those hostiles. Shoot him! Let's get this shit.
Shot one of them.
Get up!
Spotted one there. Sniper's been taken out.
My name's Nomad. I'm here to rescue you.
This is a jailbreak?
Yeah, Carl Chisholm is waiting
Kill
outside,
them all here.
ready to take
I'll
all of you to
rescue.
safety.
Carl? Carl's here?
He is. Now come on.
Get out of my hair, please.
What do you want?
Leave me alone.
Look, I don't want any trouble.
Area secure.
I want trouble.
Yeah.
Put your silencer on if you don't want them to hear you.
I'm busy. Maybe they left.
All right, on the move!
Time to earn our money. We're good.
Look, I don't want any trouble.
Find a way to link
Please
up
leave me
later.
alone. What do you want?
Hurry up! Let's go!
Carl, is that really you?
Yes! Now come on!
Oh, I never thought I'd be happy to see your ugly mug.
Come on! Let's get going! I can't believe she's gone.
Oh, don't tell me you're gonna miss her.
No. I don't think I will. You can tell Jace. The back door to that program is gonna stay open.
You guys gonna be all right?
I hope so. We were in contact with the R&D center in Whalers Bay. They were able to help us out, at least at first. So, we'll head there. But, there's a soldier. Rosebud?
I've had the pleasure.
And there were rumors that Herzog would let Rosebud hunt down escaped prisoners. It wasn't official, but they do it. She has every reason to come after us now.
I'll keep an eye out for info on Rosebud. For now, you guys do what you can. Stay healthy.
Yeah. I'm gonna make sure we got everyone out. Then we'll be on our way. Good luck out there.
You ever think this is how your life would go? Never mind. Don't answer that.
You're back. You better be here to help.
Hey, Jace, we made sure that back door is staying open.
And the programmers?
Bitch of a warden is forcing them to work. Most of them got away.
Most. And the others? God. You don't imagine it. You know the risks, the lives. But you can't believe you're really gonna lose anyone.
We do what we can, Jace. We lost some people out there today, but there are hundreds more depending on us.
Yeah. Of course. Thank you for what you're doing out there. For all those people. And for me.
Sure.
I'm gonna get back to it now. Let me know if you make any more progress.
I suppose you got tricked into inviting private military contractors into Aurora.
Well, I mean, not exactly. We're self-governing.
You used to be.
Okay, we used to be. We needed security. Not just as a police force, but as security. At least that's what Miles got me to finally admit.
Against pirates in the moment and such.
Our drone security was limited. It still is. If unauthorized people land, we would know about it, but we couldn't do anything about it.
You're obviously not afraid of squatters. You were afraid of corporate spies.
We do get spies from time to time. Don't tell the shareholders, but the more our tech discoveries are disseminated throughout the world, the better off it'll be. But I was worried about the safety of our staff, the bombing. I just never imagined the antibiotics would be more deadly than the illness. Sentinel snuck a private army into the abandoned U.S. military complexes. Stone's been planning this takeover from day one. My colleague, Ayanna Puri, who dealt with this, certainly has a better picture.
Hey, did Fox tell you who his inside source might be? Now, I don't want to press him. I'm not even 100% that he has one. But if that source gets into trouble, he could need someone to help out.
He hasn't told me, and I doubt he would respond well to a man with a gun asking him the question.
Hey, you don't have to tell me, just as long as you know.
I don't know. And it's not like him to be quiet about anything. I mean, the things that guy told me about his ex-wife, it was like listening to a guy describe a squid eating a chocolate birthday cake. Nobody needs to hear that.
So if he is keeping this secret, it must be pretty big.
Must be.
That outcast bombing must have hit you pretty hard.
Maybe you read about it. I lost my wife in the September 11th attack on the World Trade Center.
Sorry. I didn't know. I guess I can't blame you for bringing in Stone and Sentinel.
Do you know what it feels like to lose someone?
Yeah, I do.
You get all torn up inside. You get to feel like you're falling, but it's an endless fall. You grab hold of anything you can.
So what am I grabbing hold of now?
I don't know. Us. We need you, Nomad. But you probably need us every bit as much.
Hey, I've been hearing about that World 2.0 stuff. And maybe the world needs a software patch. But a utopia? Really?
People out there in the rest of the world, they think the Earth's dying. They have this belief in scarcity. They think that we'll run out of energy, out of space, or out of water, or anything. And that makes every day a crisis.
And World 2.0 would fix that crisis?
It was more about fixing that mentality. I wanted to show the rest of the world that with innovation, with creativity, and with a little courage, it's easy to see the universe as abundant.
And how about now?
It's still an abundant universe. That hasn't changed. Just, I thought I could keep out jealous people. And the cowards.
No getting away from them.
No. I'm probably not as brave as I want to be either.
How did you buy Aroa in the first place?
I didn't buy it. I leased it. Aroa is technically part of New Zealand, but the U.S. had leased it for years.
Yeah. That's why there's the old naval station. But wouldn't it have been easier to rent a chunk of California or something? I'm sure there's a big stretch of Mojave that nobody wants.
Yeah. The abandoned naval station here piqued our interest initially, hoping we could piggyback on the Cold War infrastructure. That was a wash. But once we had visited Aroa, its biodiversity won us over. Good Hope Mountain has ice, Infinity is surrounded by fields, and the swamps of Finn Bog sport as harsh conditions as any good drone tester could wish for. We fell in love with the place. I bought the lease from the U.S. government.
And now these are your islands. No government but Skeltech.
Well, avoiding government regulation was a factor.
Oh, I'll bet it was. I met a lot of Skeltech employees who are mad at you.
The outcasts. Sentinel hasn't taken care of them yet?
They're idiots. But right now, they have resources and personnel that we need.
So we have to work with them?
For now. But I'm not getting too attached. You healed up from the bombing attack? I mean, in your head?
Yeah, well, I had to deal with the aftermath. First team to inspect the site. I still remember all those broken windows, shattered shards of glass. I kept thinking, we can fix those, we can fix those. I got the windows fixed, but I stopped scheduling non-vital meetings in the Skell Foundation head office. It's different than when you see something on TV. It's just reporters and sirens. It's the smell. So acrid it singes your nostrils, like the energy around you has been sucked away, you know?
Yeah, I do.
And the bombers were never caught. We never knew if another one was coming. We suspected the outcast, but now that Sentinel's taken over, I wonder.
You're the one who asked Sentinel to step in.
Yeah, that's on me.
Sometimes it seems like Harmony's the only Skeltech kid in Aroa.
I don't know. We invited more people to Aroa who had children, but most of them turned us down. It was kind of great having Harmony around.
Well, I'm glad it worked out the way it did. There ain't so many kids out in Aroa for me to worry about.
Believe me, worrying about Harmony is enough.
You two seem to get along.
Yeah? She treats me like another kid. She's smart, but having her around helps me see things with new eyes.
But aside from her dad, she has no one else here?
No, just me.
You and Paula cool now?
I hope so. I've known her almost her whole adult life, you know?
You're kind of her mentor.
A mentor's more than a boss. More than a friend, even. I've guided her entire career. I don't want her to feel betrayed.
Well, she's here now. That's something. It's at least a start. So, what does a billionaire arms dealer do? You know, whenever he's not manufacturing killing machines.
Skeltech is responsible for an extensive catalog of inventions over the past decades.
I'm listening.
Our first economically viable autonomous machine was the Skell Farmer, a harvester capable of recognizing the range and ripeness of crops. Since then, it's found unintended utility in mining and forestry.
So explain to me how you got here. From farming drones to war machines.
Our next invention, the Skell Transporter, was the first affordable smart delivery device, a new standard in the industry. The Skell Doctor may interest you, an advanced cousin specialized to carry sensitive medical supplies. You could easily shoot one out of the sky to steal its payload.
Could be useful.
Our Cherubim City and Sky models behave like mobile CCTVs, capable of facial and behavioral identification, and alert authorities in real time. I suggest you steer clear of them if you want to move undetected.
I'll keep that in mind.
My point is that I have dedicated my life to improving the human condition, relieving the population from the crushing weight of repetitive work.
Well, let's see if we can make sure your legacy's intact at the end of this. Explain something to me, this Titan program. Why in the hell would you think it was a good idea to build giant killing machines? Aren't lethal drones enough?
I recognize that smaller drones are already deadly and far more cost-efficient, but I was influenced.
Walker.
He was always complaining that the existing drones didn't have enough media presence. These days, wars are fought on television screens. He wanted Titans that could exude charisma and raise hope and simultaneously suffocate the spirit of a nation.
Sounds charming.
I find that once I'm given a task, my inspiration is fueled by the vacuum. I knew that what Walker wanted was entirely unnecessary for counterterrorism, but I got carried away. Now I shudder to imagine what he intended the whole time.
You're not the only one. Stay out of trouble.
Focus is my forte.
Hey, Nomad. I got something you might find interesting.
I got whatever you're looking for.
Later, brother.
Later.
Will you ever see this coming?
You okay? You seem gloomy.
No, I'm fine.
What?
Just been missing the old days. Went for a hike the other day up this ridge at sunset. When I get to the top, the lights of liberty are shining so brightly. And so much else. It used to be just wild coast, an untouched world.
I was never here before Liberty.
It was different for sure. I remember looking up and seeing so many stars. You could stare up at them.
You ready for this fight?
Did you hear? Ballard has
I heard you were
going out on a mission.
At this point, I
Are
won't
you
believe
looking
anything
for
until I
volunteers?
see it with my own eyes.
I'd cut my thumb off to get out of this cave for a spell.
I need any information you can give me about the Ezreal drones.
Well, I'm afraid I don't know much.
I want to know what the Wolves have planned for them.
Well, I do remember working with two scientists who worked on the first prototype. Their names were Dr. Starr and Dr. Romero. If you can find them, they might know something. Just a warning, though, they can be a little weird.
Okay. But where can I find them?
Last I heard, they were working in the Channels province. I believe Channels port is...
Gotcha. Thanks.
Fine, but allow yourself a little relief.
It's not gonna be a
But soon
vacation.
it'll be time to think about
It'll
the
be a long
future.
march.
And
through
we're
the
gonna
jungle,
need you.
far from Erewhon.
How do you fit into this whole Skeltech design?
I was the head of the civic engineering department. Guess you could say I resigned over creative differences regarding Titan.
So you had something to do with designing the infrastructure here on Aroa?
Sort of. I build on top of what the New Zealand and US military started. Every culture has to do that. Build on top of existing infrastructure. The older the culture, the more infrastructure is already in place, the harder it is to modernize. That's why Europe is such a mess.
Why not just tear it up and start over?
Once you build something, like roads, you don't want to unbuild them. Plus, Skell wanted to keep all the existing structures in place as a way to preserve the island.
That seems like a pain in the ass.
I don't mind a challenge. That's what makes me so good at what I do.
So I guess your roads are going to be a problem for the next person that comes here to design infrastructure.
I doubt it. By the time my roads need to be reworked, people will be flying around Aroa on jetpacks.
All these drones must use a massive amount of power.
We use more electricity than most third-world countries.
So if we pull the plug, we can shut the whole operation down.
There's no plug. The whole island is powered by a diverse, renewable power grid. There are multiple power sources, and no one source powers everything. And all the power sources are renewable. None of them need fuel.
So you built a lethal drone army and gave it unlimited power. No.
Skell insisted our power came from maybe people...
How many?
There's a massive solar panel...
There must... Sounds like you built this power grid to be rock solid.
Sorry, I built this place
That's
to
the
last.
scary thing about this World 2.0 you built. It can't be rebooted. I'll see you around.
Sure, I'll be seeing you.
Abandoned vehicles?
We
Isn't
all
that like,
need to
like
decide.
trying to find a conscience on a
Sentinel
sentinel
attacked us with a plague, like sneaks, cowards. My brother is dead, children are dead. If we live,
You heard from
we
Samuel?
fight. We owe the dead
Hi.
that much.
I'm glad
Couldn't
we
help it
agree.
over here.
Now we
There's some kind of problem.
We're not sure. Our friend Samuel's missing.
You a homesteader?
It used to be, before he decided he'd rather live by himself. No great loss, if you ask me.
He likes catching his own food. Says it keeps him closer to nature or something like that. And then he gives the furs and leftover meat to the camp. Never takes anything in return.
I don't get it. Sounds like he knows how to take care of himself.
Last week, he was down here hollering about running into a bunch of sentinels on his land. They said they carried away a couple of deer he caught, smashed up his traps, and then... this week, nothing. Samuel's always had a temper, but in this place, these days, you say the wrong thing to the wrong person, well, you know.
Yeah, I know. Say, where are his usual stomping grounds?
He's typically around to the southeast of Garden Mangrove, northeastern part of Guyron.
I'll see if I can find him. Thanks. Awesome. Thanks. Lucky you found this place.
Rowan Brown knew about this place for a while.
It's pretty damp, though.
It's still a work in progress, all right? We've managed to stay under the radar so far. With all of you, our people, a bunch of Skeltech employees. I don't think you've got room to complain.
Hey, I'm not complaining. This place is great. You take care of your people like a good NCO.
They're their own people. We've no leaders here. Even so, I guess most people do look to me.
Probably what Uncle Sam saw in you, I'd bet.
26 Expeditionary. I was infantry in Liberia and the Balkans. UN support off the Somali coast.
NCO pension didn't suit you?
I got tired of fighting over oil. So when the good old US of A stopped pretending we had any other purpose, so did I. Served out the rest of my enlistment and decided to stay.
If I was you, I would have left the island when Skeltech moved in.
Skell wasn't so bad at the...
Until he made killer drones.
Obviously.
Yep.
Yep.
I'll talk to you later.
See ya.
How's it feel having Skell here?
He's just a person. Granted, not exactly my kind of people. Part of me's disappointed. The man can talk. Even had me starting to believe he was different.
But then came the drones.
Then came the drones. I wonder how many times in his career he's claimed more credit than he deserved. Now all he wants to do is give it away. Hopefully he makes himself useful. Time will tell. In the meantime, I'll talk with Fox instead.
Fair enough. I'm sorry about those folks who died trying to make it to the Wasp.
Appreciate you saying so, I guess. I ain't left Aroa since I decided to stay. Most of us who are homesteading here, we made a point of cutting ourselves off from everything.
Small price to pay for paradise.
Once. But now we...
So you pay a higher price to take it?
Maybe. But these people aren't warriors. Whatever survived, I get the feeling
faces
it would be the same. Yours included. Aroa'd be ruined.
It's good of you.
Just
sharing
another
your
place
food,
where people
patching
died.
us up, giving us a place to rest. I know it must be a strain.
Something on your mind?
I'm wondering, how long is this place going to be a secret?
You think I haven't thought of that? Or what happens if one of these victims turns out to be a Sentinel soldier? I owe my people. I know that. I'll do whatever I have to protect them. First, last, and only if it comes to that.
I get it. But first you have to survive. How come you didn't mention the outcasts before?
Outcasts? They're just disgruntled Skeltech folks, having an attack of conscience. They mostly just make noise, loud protests and theatrics.
Haven't you got an enemy in common?
Whatever Skell does to the rest of the world's got nothing to do with us. And if the outcasts have something they want to atone for, that's their business. We were here before all of them, and we'll be here after.
Looks like the outcasts are just stupid protest kids with too much high explosive.
What are you talking about?
They never meant to kill anyone.
Is that supposed to be an excuse?
They may be dumb as shit, but we need all the help we can get.
Some help ain't worth it.
They got people everywhere. You got people here. We need them. They'll get better.
I hope so.
It'd be a pretty island without all the military contractors and killer drones.
Used to be. I'd get some leave and just walk. I'd spend whole weeks just walking around with a pack on my shoulder.
Well, I'm probably getting my share of sightseeing.
These islands have changed hands so much, it's like a time capsule. I keep telling myself, one day, I'll get back out there, just see it all again before I'm too old to make the trip. Then again, who knows how far I'd get now.
I just came from an abandoned mining town.
Oh, yeah. Around 1870, explorers from New Zealand found a gold vein inside the mountains, and Aroa had a little gold rush.
Let me guess. Nothing left?
That mine barely lasted 50 years.
Why didn't any of you take over the town?
Some of the younger guys like poking around there. You can always find something. But those buildings are all rotted through. No one in his right mind would live there.
You homesteaders must hate Skeltech's automated farms.
I'm sure some of us would jump at the idea, so long as it meant they were still off-grid.
Come on. Seriously? I thought you guys were about living off the earth, being one with nature and all that stuff.
Where'd you get that hippie crap? People got different reasons for being here, Nomad.
What are yours?
They're mine, is what they are.
So what happened here?
What didn't happen? Skeltech. It's utopia. This place was paradise before they showed up with their toys.
Come on. Digging in the dirt, worrying if you're gonna have a good crop, weathering hurricanes without any infrastructure, that's paradise?
It was ours.
People always bring the devil.
Those people out there...
So you've got your...
I got enough people to think about.
So is living in a cave your idea of homesteading?
With Sentinel stomping through the wild, we needed someplace off-grid. Wasn't always like this, you know. Used to be better.
Yeah?
Sure. Even with skill and everything. Won't say it was like...
Got bad.
Started with the curfews and checkpoints. Sentinel soldiers beating people, snatching them up. It's like some kind of nightmare. We had to run. We ain't cut out to fight a war.
And the tighter Sentinel...
We're simple people. But we're living like vermin, and these soldiers are hunting us down.
Yeah, I've seen...
I'm sure you have.
How are Fox and Harmony holding up?
Bit of a miracle they made it this far. That man couldn't find his nose without a mirror.
He took a big chance trying to get off the island.
And he's got a kid to think about. Things go south, he can't take care of himself, let alone her.
Nobody does it alone.
No, you're right. I've known Fox and Harmony for a little while. I just worry about them. They know they have a home here with us.
Maybe you need to remind Fox. Put him at ease.
Yeah.
Mads, what do your people know about the wolves? They don't seem to fit into Sentinel so well.
They're all sons of bitches.
Yeah, but I don't get the chain of command.
Trey Stone runs Sentinel. His men ain't always the cream of the crop. The wolves are Walker's troops. Now they scare me. They're motivated, well-trained, and efficient.
I've seen that firsthand.
Gossip is that Stone and Walker don't really get along. I don't think Walker's the play well with others type.
You have no idea. Between Stone, Walker, and Paula Madeira, Jay Skell doesn't seem that good at keeping friends.
Nope.
I guess a rich guy like that, big tech boss, everybody must be wanting something from him.
Maybe. But if folks keep turning on you, sooner or later you gotta ask yourself what part you played.
Nah, he got used.
Dr. Madeira seems to feel like she's the one got used.
She's an engineer, so she's not a doctor.
Does that mean she's wrong?
I guess not. Did you hear? Jay Skell's been bleeding cash trying to cure the disease that Paula's husband got.
I don't get why that's a big deal.
Nobody's tried to cure it before because not enough people have it. Jace could spend millions on a cure and never see a profit.
Well, I guess he never did seem like a money-grubbing Scrooge.
I'll tell you, AI is running way too much out there.
When people started putting it all over their homes, that Internet of Things crap, that's when all doubt about homesteading left my mind.
We're 2 steps away from letting AI make all the big decisions.
Who do you think is making all them micro trades that move the stock market up and down? Who do you think decides if you get that home loan? Who analyzes all the population data that decides government policy?
You've thought about this.
Maybe you should think about it more. How much AI are you carrying onto the battlefield?
I don't get how the drones aren't seeing you here.
Well, that's all Jericho. Set up special nets at the openings that hide us from the sensors. Cave walls, take care of the rest. It's a little smarter than I am, so I'll let you ask her if you need more technical details.
Yeah, thanks. You don't look like Skeltech employees.
No. I used to be a Marine at the naval station here. Some of the folks you see, like Maria, my old lady, they lived on the station with their families. When the Navy shut the place down in the 90s, a few of us stayed and homesteaded. We worked a long time to make a place for ourselves on Aroa.
And now, you're in Sentinel's way.
Most of my people are holing up here for now. I ain't been home in a dog's age, but I'll stand by any man or woman in green. You soldiers can stay as long as you don't cause trouble. And you lend a hand.
We appreciate it. I'll talk to you later.
See ya.
Did you hear? Ballard has a cure.
At this point, I won't believe anything until I see it with my own eyes.
Fine, but allow yourself a little relief. See what it's going to be like. We're going to need you. Future. We all need to decide. It's simple and practice to play with these things.
Hi. No need to be afraid. It's a hell of a rig you got there.
Yeah, she's a beaut, ain't she?
This is just a little maintenance work. But yeah, we managed to set up a system of hydropower with parts printed by the 3D lab.
What, you printed the parts?
Pretty wild, huh? You should see the stuff Startup was putting together.
Hell, they could print much larger designs. Complex machinery, working parts, those kind of things.
Really?
This tech was invented to make the world accessible to everyone. When Sentinel took over the island, they started printing parts for their deadly drones. It ain't right.
Again with this? Look, we already know how you feel.
When I saw what they were doing with the program, I left. Joined up with the homesteaders. But hey, if you're interested, why not check out the Startup?
Yeah, where's that at?
It's called polymorph modeling. It's down in the southeastern part of Smuggler Coves, west of the swamp.
Thanks. See you around.
You ever see yourself doing this?
Turning the volume down.